Welcome to Plan V TV, the show about Vermont independence. I'm Rob Williams, the publisher of VermontIndependent.org. And with us in the MRVTV studio today is Keith Berkelhamer, who's the head of MRVTV, with some incredibly exciting news and updates about projects that we've got going on here at MRVTV for 2018. And we're live streaming off of YouTube, right?
We are. We're live right now.
If people want to jump right in.
Yes, we are certainly encouraging people to join us in the live stream and ask some questions. We'll field some questions.
Yes. So go to YouTube and search for Mad River TV?
Yes. If you go into YouTube and you put in Mad River Valley TV, you'll find our channel, and then you should see the live stream. And if you're a subscriber, you get automatically alerted via email.
That's so cool.
So I just heard some ding on an email, and I think with my phone or Tony's phone or whatnot, but yeah, you get an email automatically.
Awesome.
Click on a link.
And to subscribe to YouTube channels, it's very easy. Every YouTube channel, every YouTube account has a little bell next to it, right? And you click on that bell, and you sometimes have to click it a couple times to get notifications, but those notifications come to you via email.
Yes.
And when there's a live stream in play, you will get an email. I think you can even set it up as a text message as well. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I'm not positive about that either.
Yeah, so we'll let that ride. So Keith, happy 2018.
Thank you, Rob.
Here we go.
No, it's been a busy 2017, and we got some awesome things ahead of us in 2018.
Yeah, let's start with the new HD crowdfunding campaign. We've just launched a 60-day campaign to upgrade all of the equipment here at MRVTV. Tell us about that.
So yeah, we just launched a crowdfunding campaign to help us raise funds to pay for the equipment upgrade for high definition, and it's going to cost about half of our operating budget. So it's going to be a huge investment for us, but we think it's going to be an absolutely worth that investment. So we've launched that campaign, and we really believe it's going to be a great thing for the community. First and foremost, we hope that the improved picture quality will encourage more people to contribute content. That's a big goal of ours here, is to try to get people to do a show like this, or take a camera out, shoot an event, come in and put it together, maybe do a little editing, what have you. But we do all the training, so we'll train on the cameras. We could train on editing if need be, but we want the community to participate. This is a community asset, and so we think that with the improved picture quality, we're going to get more people that want to contribute content, which will be a good thing, because then you're going to have more opinions, information, and dialogue shared.
Yeah.
And that'll be good for the community.
And stories about all of the remarkable things going on here in Mad River Valley, arts, sports and athletics, of course, many of our local businesses and nonprofits doing great work, our schools, the 4 seasons of the year, and all of the events that we've got going on. So it's an incredibly exciting opportunity. Can you talk a little bit more about HD? You said it improves picture quality. Like, what exactly does that mean? Can you explain?
So currently on cable, we're broadcasting in standard definition.
SD. Standard definition.
Right. That's the lingo.
The lingo.
So now we're going to go upgrade to HD.
Yeah. So what's an analogy to that for viewers who may not understand the difference between?
The way I like to describe it, when I moved here a few years ago, and we subscribed to Waitsfield Cable, which Waitsfield Cable, by the way, has just been so helpful in our quest to upgrade to HD. I just want to give a shout out.
We should give a shout out
to Waitsfield Cable for helping us make this, reality and a realistic goal. But so we, basically in terms of that whole thing with Waitsfield Cable, it's all about trying to upgrade and realize that that high definition. I think the key point that I want to make is that we could be pioneers. It's going to be rare for any public access TV station to broadcast in HD. There's probably 25 public access TV stations in Vermont. 5 or 6 are broadcasting in high definition. In the U.S., probably under 10% of the public access TV stations are broadcasting in HD.
Is that right?
So we have an incredible opportunity.
Yeah.
We can get there to be one of those pioneers. and that's going to be another good thing for the Valley, because that's going to bring visibility to what's going on here, and help share what's happening with the Valley to the rest of the world.
And I mean, the politics of this are kind of interesting, and not to go too far down this rabbit hole, but why is it that so many of the United States' community cable TV stations are still kind of trapped, if you will, in standard definition in a increasingly high definition world? Like, what's that about?
And let me get back to the other question I was going to jump into, and I'm going to answer that question in terms of standard definition and give it an analogy in terms of what a standard definition picture is like. It's so when I did move here a few years ago, and I had lost my train of thought, but now I found my train of thought, so I'm getting back.
Reclaim the train.
Reclaim the train. So when I first moved here, we subscribed to Waitsfield Cable, and I would never watch anything below channel 200 because of a standard definition. The picture was too blurry. To me, it was kind of like that was back in the dark ages in terms of standard definition. So I always watched 200 and above HD, and so that's a key reason I think that we need to do this, is to stay relevant. It's the standard in terms of what people are doing in terms of watching television these days. It's high definition. It's that crisp 1080p picture, and you got a lot of people on online, YouTube, and Hulu or what have you. They're watching on their smart TVs. It's a high definition picture. That's what people are watching and consuming in terms of video today, and we got to be there.
Got it.
But in terms of Waitsfield Cable, I think that again, they've just been so very, very helpful to us. But the reason why there's not a lot of other public access TV stations out there that are broadcasting in HD is it's a legal thing. Comcast, they're on Comcast-owned systems, and Comcast is pushing back on that upgrade for a whole bunch of reasons I'm not going to get into, because there's a lot of legalities.
It costs them money.
That's the bottom line, is that it's going to cost them a lot more money to upgrade all those stations.
So so
hopefully I answered all those questions without forgetting my.
Yeah, that's good. No, so because we here at MRVTV enjoy a close collaborative relationship with this local family-owned internet service provider and communications company, Waitsfield Cable, that we're fortunate to be able to pioneer, as you say, this HD transition. It's fantastic. That's great.
No, I mean, myself and Tony Italiano, who's working the control,
Hi, Tony.
Working the control room right now. He's our program and media manager, and Tony's been here for over 10 plus years. And I remember when I first started working here in the summertime, I was I was trying to get used to everything here at MRVTV and learn the ropes, and there was a lot of stuff to learn in terms of managing a public access TV station. But Tony kept saying, listen, Keith, what we really need to be thinking about is HD. That's what we got to be talking about. And I was like, okay, all right. And then probably after the 20th time I heard that in the first couple of weeks, I was like, all right, I think this is a mission we need to get going on, because Tony knows what he's talking about.
Tony knows what he's talking about, absolutely. So we have a $60,000 Indiegogo/generosity crowdfunding campaign. So for folks who may be unfamiliar with that term crowdfunding, what we're talking about is simply going out into our community and asking for donations as small or as large as you wish to help us defray the cost of upgrading MRVTV to this new HD standard. The more money we can raise over the next 60 days or so, the lower the chunk, the bite out of our annual budget that we'll experience. Is that correct?
Right. I mean, this is going to be a key campaign for us, because we have to pull money from our reserves right now, and that's a difficult thing. We're a nonprofit organization. We're not in this thing to make money. We want to just bring in enough money, and again, most of our money is coming from Waitsfield Cable, from the cable subscribers. But yeah, we want to. We want to be able to do some things with this crowdfunding campaign to really help us with the majority of what we need to spend on the HD equipment. And we're doing other things that we launched recently also in terms of services to try to also generate some funds to help upgrade for the HD. Like this live streaming right now. This is something that we do every now and then throughout the Valley, and we'll do a live streaming event where we'll live stream either to YouTube or to Facebook, on the Mad River Valley TV social media outlets. But it's also a service that we can do for other individuals, businesses, or organizations where we could live stream an event like this to their YouTube channel or Facebook page, which is really cool because it's tough if you have a phone that you want to, a lot of people will live stream to Facebook via a phone. It's really easy. But if you have an event that's 30 minutes or longer, or maybe even 15 minutes, it's tough on a phone because you're not going to have the battery life. You might not even have the signal. And so what we can do is we could plug in to a modem that's close enough by and get a strong enough signal to do that. So that's something that we're doing as a service to raise money to help, again, fund this upgrade to HD.
Fantastic. Before we go any further, and we can talk more about live streaming, so any of our viewers who are interested in making a donation to the crowdfunding campaign, it's very easy. If you go to mrvtv.com/donate,
or you can go to the homepage, you can see it there.
Or the homepage. There's a very short, fun 90-second video that explains the nature of the campaign. I'm afraid to say that you and I are both in it, but fortunately we have Liz Levy as well, who another one of our board members. So go to mrvtv.com and watch the video if you wish, or you can simply make a donation. All it takes is a credit card. It takes about 30 seconds or so. And then we hope, after you make a donation, that you'll consider sending on information about the campaign, even just the URL link to the website, to friends, family, loved ones who care about storytelling in the digital age here in Mad River Valley and can help us out. So mrvtv.com/donate. So this live streaming idea is a really exciting idea, and you've done a couple of those events already, kind of pioneered that. Can you talk a bit about a couple of events you've done? I know that the Pocket Park, for example.
Yeah, that was the first one we did. That was the Pocket Park ribbon cutting ceremony by the covered bridge. So that was kind of our first foray into this in terms of testing it out. We actually were able to do it via Wi-Fi, which was good enough, interesting. I didn't think that was doable, but
it went okay.
It went okay, as far as I know. Yeah, it went fine. And then we did a Waitsfield Select Board meeting when I think soon after that, and we did the town leadership meeting, which was great. That was a couple hours, I think. So we're live streaming that, and I think we really want to be a resource for folks here in the Valley. We want to just be able to bring live TV, live video to the Valley. I think it's just something that with this digital environment that we're all in, it's people are using that sort of technology, and again, it's for us to be relevant and to be in that space and kind of be at the forefront of that.
Yeah.
So we want to be a leader there for folks in the Valley and give them that as a as a resource.
And we have some exciting news. We're going to live stream from mrvtv.com our very first live musical event in the next couple of weeks, which will be the Phineas Gage Project here in the MRVTV studio, doing all of your favorites from the past 50 years and a couple of other tunes as well, just to kind of demonstrate the live stream capability for folks who may be unfamiliar with it, want to check it out. So we have yet to set the date, but that's coming right up, so probably early February, we hope. And hopefully you'll be here to help. And maybe we'll actually live stream on a couple of different platforms, and we can also promote and share with folks the campaign, the crowdfunding campaign. Yeah. So besides live streaming and this upgrade to HD, which is so exciting, and again, for folks who want to compare SD standard definition with high def, check out the 90-second video as part of the crowdfunding campaign. And Keith, you present a really nice kind of distinction between SD versus HD, and the picture quality difference is really remarkable.
It is. It is just like I was saying. I think in terms of being relevant, that's where we got to be in terms of the HD stuff, and it's a different user experience. Yeah. In that sense, so I think that I don't want to say that's the future, because the future is already here in terms of the way people are watching television and video. I mean, it's in high definition, and that's where we want to be.
So high definition, live streaming. Can you talk a bit about some other initiatives we got going on?
Well, this past fall, I think it was, we relaunched our website, and we wanted to make it more user-friendly and video-centric. So we did that, and we used a local design firm, Vickery Hill, to help us redesign the website. So now you can go to the home page, and you could very easily find the most recent programs. You can go and see programs by category. You can pull down the TV schedules. So it's meant as a platform to help people that don't have cable service to go and watch our programming that's on cable. But it's also for our cable subscribers if they miss something on TV to go back and oh, okay, we got a note here about opening the chat on YouTube here.
Okay. Yeah. You want
yeah.
Take a look. Yeah. So the new MRVTV.com website is pretty robust. It's pretty great. And one thing that I've really appreciated about the new programming approach, and I think a number of others have too, are these short, 3, 4, 5, 6 minute pieces that you've been doing about all kinds of initiatives and organizations and events around the Valley. You did the bike racing last summer, some beautiful drone footage and some strapped-on camera footage of the bike race. You've been interviewing local business leaders and nonprofit leaders. You've been looking at, you did the Vermont Adaptive today, if you want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, no, this morning it was just an awesome experience. I had the opportunity to visit with the folks at Vermont Adaptive at Sugarbush and Mount Ellen. And so I talked to the program coordinator, but I also I had an opportunity to go out and ski with one of their athletes.
Mm-hmm. And talk about, for folks who don't know, what is the Vermont Adaptive Ski Program?
It's a program where folks that have disabilities can get out and participate in sporting events. Mm-hmm. So it's a volunteer-based organization, and it really just promotes goodwill in terms of allowing people to have these experiences that they might not normally be able to do. So. Yeah, we're gonna put a piece together on that, and it'll be on our YouTube channel next week and on TV as well. So everything that's on YouTube on MRVTV is also on TV, which is a very important distinction to make.
Absolutely.
Because we're not having exclusive content on YouTube.
Right.
It's also on TV. But yeah, I think we're just trying to prime the pump in terms of doing stories. It's not something we had been doing before, and we wanted to, go out in the community and tell some stories. There's some great stories in the community. Mm-hmm. So I've had a lot of fun doing it. I've met a lot of interesting people, and we've gotten some great feedback in that sense, and we're looking forward to doing more stuff. But again, we're encouraging people to submit their own content, and we'll put it on YouTube, and it'll go on TV as well. Mm-hmm. So this is for the community. This is something that people, should take advantage of. They could use their iPhone, they could use an iPad, shoot some video, do some quick editing, and it could be part of this great community asset.
Yeah, the mix, the MRVTV mix, as I like to say. Yeah, so MRVTV.com. If you're interested in learning more about how to become a videographer, it's just a bit of training with Tony and Keith. And then you're deputized to take the gear here and use it to film your stories, and certainly we're here to help you edit those and publish those. Or if you don't really want to do it yourself, but you have an interesting idea for a story, you can pitch that to MRVTV folks as well, and they'll try and make time and come help you tell that story.
And when we do the upgrade in terms of HD, it's going to be high definition on television too. So that'll be a fantastic thing, and hopefully more people like yourself will want to come into the studio and do their own show. Yeah, I think it'll just that's really what Tony and I are hoping is that we get a lot more of that going on.
So we've got Plan V TV running here. We have a couple of other shows going too. Can you talk a bit about the shows we have ongoing?
There's Yoga for You. That's one show.
Who's seen Yoga for You? Yeah, it's fairly new, right?
Yeah.
So you can stretch with Yoga for You.
We had a show going on called Welcome to Reality, but that's been on a bit of a hiatus. There's another show, I think, a dog training show that we periodically have. So I think we're looking for a lot more folks to contribute in that sense.
Yeah, we got dogs, we got yoga, we got Vermont Independence. There's a lot of room for lots of other shows in lots of other categories. So maybe this is your call. Maybe this is your inspiration to develop your own show for MRVTV and come down and check that out. So talk a bit about some other initiatives as well. You had mentioned earlier the cameras. We got some community cameras around kind of capturing parts of the valley. You want to talk a bit about that?
Our live webcam on Bridge Street. That is something that we think is going to really bring more visibility to the valley. The response that we've gotten for that camera has been great, in terms of the positive reactions we've seen on YouTube. So it's, and I think the incredible thing for me is that I'm an analytical guy. My background was in research on the TV business way back when in my corporate existence. So I love looking at numbers and just looking at the numbers in terms of our YouTube channel and the live webcam. The majority of people that are watching that are not in the state of Vermont. So that is a great thing because people, I mean, we've got 10% of our audience is in Japan for the live webcam.
Really?
United Kingdom, we've got close to like 7 or 8%, I think.
In the UK, in Britain?
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
And there's a big audience from Washington, the state of Washington. There's a big audience, obviously, in New York and Massachusetts and Connecticut, but Florida and California. So this is bringing visibility to the Valley. People are, hanging out, checking out this live webcam, like, wow, look at that. That's quintessential Vermont. I got to get there. So, maybe it'll be 2 people, maybe it'll be 30 people, but I think people will ultimately say, that's a place I got to come check out. Yeah. So economically, I think that's going to be a good thing for us.
Yeah. Yeah, and the shot is really this iconic shot of kind of the river and the Northfield Range and the sky, and it's a really beautiful shot. And for locals, I have found myself checking in when the river has been kind of raging the past couple of weeks with all this crazy weather we've been having, and it's a really quick way to kind of check in on the community and see how the river's doing and make sure
and it's
okay.
It's helping raise awareness for us. And that's important for us too, because we have an important mission like we've been talking about, and we have an important crowdfunding campaign like we've been talking about, and so it's helping us too, but I think it's also really helping the community.
Yeah. So again, mrvtv.com/donate to contribute, to make a donation to the MRVTV crowdfunding campaign. Help us bring this TV station into the 21st century, the new high-def world, and please spread the word with that. Anything else you want to touch on as here in the studio?
In my short time here, I just wanted to say that it's been a fantastic experience, and I think you could really kind of feel the community spirit here and people rallying around that, and just the appreciation in terms of what we've been doing and the stuff we've been pushing out there. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's provided that feedback, and thanks to all the folks on the board like yourself and everybody that's been contributing to MRVTV, Tony Italiano, we talked about Tony. So I think it's great. We're both jazzed. I think we've got a lot of momentum going.
Yeah.
We're really excited about it.
Yeah.
And so we want to be in HD.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a beautiful thing.
That's our prime goal for the next few months. Absolutely. Well, speaking for the MRVTV community, the media folks here who really are kind of networked in. We're really glad you're here, and we're going to keep this campaign moving forward. So we appreciate all your vision, and thanks for spearheading this. So one more time, if you want to contribute to the MRVTV HD Pioneer campaign, visit www.mrvtv.com/donate. Go right to the homepage of the website. Watch the 90-second video. Enjoy it. We had a lot of fun putting it together. Make a donation, of course, and you can do that in just a few seconds. And then, most importantly, share this campaign widely with anyone you know who loves Mad River Valley, would like to see more stories, more content creators, and a much higher definition of picture here. And we're going to keep this campaign rolling over the next several weeks. And be on the lookout for our first musical live stream out of the studio, and hopefully the first of many, many more to come. So, Keith, thanks so much.
Thank you, Rob.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And we will keep the train running. So you've been listening to Plan VTV, the show about Vermont independence. I'm Rob Williams, the publisher of VermontIndependent.org, in the studio today with Keith Berkelhamer, who's the head of MRVTV and crowdfunding campaign extraordinaire, spearheader extraordinaire. Thanks so much for watching today. Find more videos, of course, both at mrvtv.com and VermontIndependent.org. We'll see you out around the valley, around Vermont. And remember, V for Vermont. Thanks for watching.